Hey there. Well, it's a hippie with an attitude. Got Mitch Miller here playing the background. Free use, public use. I don't know. I'm not making any money off this copyright. I'm not making any money doing this at all. But who cares? But I tried to make this 2 days in a row. First, when Trump got elected, I was just going to completely ignore any news or reading anything about the internet. But finally, it's gotten so bad. But the problem is, again, I tried to do this the last 2 days and had technical issues, which basically means I didn't know what I was doing. But so, and then the Trump administration does so many stupid things. If you try to do something in a timely fashion and you try to do it halfway decent, something else comes up. It's crazy. But I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the. And hey, I'm claiming this term. I'm not going to talk about Signalgate here. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. That's another whole thing. I've called both my senators and said they should, since they voted to confirm those fools, they need to demand their resignations now. But who knows? They're both GOP senators, so who knows what's going to happen. But I'm not going to talk about Signalgate, even though I just talked about it. But I want to talk about, tell me if you've heard these three words by Republicans. Waste, fraud, and abuse. Okay? Now, they use that in like a one lump thing. You know, hey, we're going to find waste, fraud, and abuse. We're going to find it, waste, fraud, and abuse. Waste, fraud, and abuse are three completely different actions or, I don't know, steps you take or something. Waste and abuse. That's a managerial problem. You got somebody who's not doing what you think they should be doing, and you identify this waste and abuse. If you can identify that, you can find out who somebody had to requisition a check, somebody had to approve that requisition, somebody had to cash that check, and it may not be check, but electronic things and stuff. There is, a line that you can follow to see what process was used to cause that waste and abuse. And that is not a political problem. That's a management problem. I'm sorry. And if they can identify it, they can backtrack and find out exactly who who cashed the check, who completed the transaction, who accepted payment, who authorized the payment, who requested the payment. I mean, all that can be found, and then you deal with that individual. Okay? That's how you deal with it. You don't say, hey, guess what? We've identified $8 billion in waste and abuse. Okay, good. Now you're going to do something about it? Because first of all, unless it's an ongoing PO or something, waste and abuse, those are sunk costs. You can't recover them. You can try, but you know, you basically can't. Now the fraud's a different thing. Fraud's a criminal act. It's a criminal act. Somebody is deceiving you through statements or actions or presentations and telling you they're going to do something in return. You will pay them this, but in fact, they're not actually doing what they said they were going to do, even though you have paid them to do that. That's a legal problem. But in any large operation, you can expect to probably, unless it's a lean running operation using Deming and all that kind of crap, you can probably find 20% waste. So, hey, here's a system. There's waste in here. Let's cut this out. Let's cut this out. Let's cut this out. They don't go through the identification process. Anybody talk about waste, something isn't doing something about it. town halls that's with Jim Baird. He doesn't have them. But, you know, all they talk about is waste, fraud, and abuse. Waste, fraud, and abuse. I'm against it. Everybody's against it unless you're the one doing it. You're the perpetrator on the fraud, but everybody's against that. Nobody actually just wastes money. Normal people don't. Musk and the 1%ers, oh yeah, they waste it amazingly. But again, I don't get it. Okay, enough of that serious stuff. Now, you know what? I thank Trump and Elon Musk for one thing. They have come up, I think, with a great swear word, Doge. He can replace the word, the F word, anytime you want. Boy, you got doged. Or, hey, what a doge. Or don't get doged. You wouldn't doge me, would you? I mean, it's a verb, it's an adverb, it's a great word, doge. So, I just think that's great. And my final comment here, and this, have you looked in, have you read the JFK files that they released? Me neither. I don't know. Listen. Oh, one last thing. And this isn't national. This is local Indiana stuff here. Go Boilers. But there's been talk. There's some uneducated, uninformed counties in Illinois that I don't know if they reached out to us or if our low-educated GOP representatives in our state assembly reached out to them. And there's been some discussion about some counties in Illinois leaving Illinois and becoming part of Indiana. Hey, if that can happen, I live in Tippecanoe County. I want to be part of Illinois. I want to be somewhere progressive. I don't want to be the only bastion of progressivism in the whole freaking state. You know, and I think Tippecanoe County ought to go to Illinois. Okay. That being said, listen, be nice, be kind, follow me. It's Meyer Dude on YouTube.com at Meyer Dude. I'm a hippie with an attitude. I'm signing off, and just remember, be a good person and don't doge anybody. Hope you enjoyed this. I had fun doing it. And, take care.